I am also the co-founder of The STEMS Experience. We are a full-service hospitality and event management company. My partner is back there, Star Sanders. And also our Chief Experience Liaison, Troy Landers. Yeah, so the 360, we're providing those services for you tonight, but we have a lot more that we offer as well. But tonight, I am here as your host, and we're here to have a wonderful evening. Is everybody excited? Okay, let's make some noise. Okay, all right, I feel the excitement now, I feel it. We have a lineup of 3 speakers, the first being Brittany Simmons. Brittany Simmons is an accomplished and experienced leadership coach, speaker, and trainer who helps leaders of character gain the confidence and competence to lead their teams to excellence.
I'm Brittany Simmons. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and as was mentioned, I'm a leadership coach, consultant, and I'm also a combat veteran and retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel. Over my career, and in these last couple of years, as I've had an opportunity to coach leaders in a variety of different businesses, there's one thing that I've noticed that leaders really struggle with, and that is delegation. Now, there's 2 things that leaders struggle with delegation. Some of them just don't do it, okay? And that's usually your more junior ones. But if you're in this room tonight, I'm going to make an assumption that you have probably figured that out. That in order for you to accomplish the things that you're doing in your businesses and your organizations, that you have to delegate. But what if I told you that delegation, when done truly intentionally, can be a lot more powerful than simply spreading the work around so that you can do what you and only you can do? Well, I believe this to be true, and I've seen it out throughout my career, and that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Specifically, that when you intentionally delegate, that you can impact the areas of talent management and organizational resilience within your organizations.
But thank you again to Ms. Brittany for sharing that. One takeaway that I took from what she was sharing with us in her story is belief. She had belief in her talent, and she was willing to take that risk, right? So sometimes all we need is someone to believe in us, to give us that push, to give us that nudge, to go to the next level. Because a lot of the times we're doubting ourselves. We have that imposter syndrome because we feel like, I can't step to this rank. I can't fulfill this role because of where I am right now. But a lot of the times there are people watching us and looking at us. They're saying, you are worthy of this potential. You are worthy of this opportunity. So never downgrade where you are, and always be willing to be surrounded by people that will take that risk on you and have that belief in you. So thank you again for sharing those stories. Our next speaker is Miss Nicole Kearney. Nicole Kearney is the founder and head winemaker of Sip and Share Wines, the only vegan winery in Indianapolis, Indiana. Nicole is a level 2 WSET wine educator and writer with an MFA in dramatic writing. She's gonna have to break down those acronyms for you, okay? She's been in the wine industry for 12 years and is among the 1% of Black wineries and the 0.001%. Those are infinitesimal numbers, very small numbers, okay? Of Black women winemakers in the U.S. She was named a 40 of 40 Black tastemakers in 2023 and 2021 Black Innovator on the Rise. Sip and Share Wines was 2020 Indiana Pacers Key Bank Small Business of the Year and featured in Essence, Forbes, Ebony, Miss Oprah's OprahDaily.com, XO Nicole, Martha Stewart, and Veg News. Her guest, community, and culture-centered focus guides her decision-making for Sip and Share Wines. Sip and Share Wines is available at select retailers, which means you can walk in a store and purchase it, okay? And sipandsharewines.com. You can also connect with them on social media at Sip and Share Wines on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Nicole Kearney.
So I want to talk a little bit about what I call the guest experience. So when Jennifer first came to me and we were talking about this, and she was like, will you speak? Our first encounter was at a networking event. And I saw her bag, and I was like, "Oh, I know that logo." I was like, "Oh, I'm connected to this person somehow." And I was like, but I had never met her. So she came up to me and she was like, "Everywhere I go and I get your wine," and we had never met. This was our first interaction. She was like, "Every time, it's the same experience I get no matter who is pouring the wine." And that made me so proud, because that means my team is doing the thing. So one of the things that we really talk about at Sip and Share Wines is what we call a sip experience. So this came out of COVID. And so we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? How do we stay afloat? So we created a sip experience, which at the time was a guided, interactive, virtual wine tasting. And so we tested it first with our wine club members. So we sent all of our wine club members a free set of all 7 wines. We're like, "Hey, try this with us." And they said, "Great." And they jumped on, and it was supposed to be like a 2-hour event. It turned into like a 6-hour event. It was COVID, y'all. But it was beautiful. And then we got great feedback. So again, putting our guests first. So everywhere we go, we talk about guests. And I got this from Walt Disney, who everything they do is guest focused. So that sip experience is about what you'll get from us, whether you're coming when we had our tasting room, but our soon to come tasting room, so you're getting that like sneak peek, soon to come tasting room, or you're meeting us at an event such as one of the honorees today, which is Dominique Dorsey, one of the many events that he puts on per year. We all just left, many of us, the Black Business Bazaar. So you're going to get that experience there. Wherever you go, that's what you'll get.
All right, last but not least, on our speaker deck, we have someone that is just dynamic. If you are not in tune with everything that he has going on in the city, he is one of my closest friends for sure. I'm about to read this bio, and I could probably read it without even looking at it, but we have Anthony Murdoch II, who is a purpose-driven, action-oriented servant leader and proud product of Indianapolis, Indiana. He is a lawyer by trade, graduating with his JD from the IU McKinney School of Law in May of 2022. He is a professor by occupation as a lecturer in entrepreneurship and innovation at the Lacey School of Business at Butler University. But most importantly, Murdoch is a business coach by passion. He coaches entrepreneurial superstars to win championships through storytelling. Murdoch currently serves on the advisory board for Butler University's Hub for Black Affairs and Community Engagement, and is a member of both Eastern Star Church and Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
My muse is the culmination of a myriad of mess-ups turned upside down into a masterpiece of motivation. My inspiration is the indignant spirit of an imbecile, ignited and burned alive. And after a process of heating and cooling, an incredible image within me has been inscribed. And my blood runs deep with both stress and success, bruises and breakthroughs, crashes of carelessness, and changes of courage. My muse sings a song to my soul that is essential and sensible to my sense of self, like the ABCs to an English major, and that's major. Now my story is not your story, and your story is not mine. We each have individual journeys and processes towards whatever we are seeking to accomplish, and for me, that is progress. Ultimately, I'm in the business of becoming the greatest powerpreneur the world has ever seen. And powerpreneurship is the art of a person's greatest asset. Everybody say story. Stories are the assets that break curses, build wealth, and bridge the gap. And I believe if we leverage the power in our story, even when it gets gory, it leads to profit surely. And the profit I'm talking about is not the change in our pockets, but the change that we can collectively create in our sea of community. And that's what it means to make it make sense, and that sensational impact all across the senses. How y'all doing today? Amen. Okay. Yeah, we here. Y'all know I say the same thing every time to get my nerves going away. Y'all know people are more scared to speak publicly than die. Did y'all know that? Yeah. And y'all can, it's funny, I go to events and I scan the room. I see how people respond to different speakers. And you see so many people who snicker and laugh, got the nerve to look at their phones or fall asleep. But do you know how hard it is to get up here? Yes. Take your time, your talent, and your treasure to articulate your experience in the context of somebody else's. and care to share some value, that's a very difficult thing. And so first and foremost, let me give a hand clap to Brittany Simmons. You're an amazing event. Delegate, training, and evaluation. Heard you. I picked up what you were putting down. Number 2, you know, I don't sip on spirits. I appreciate the Holy Spirit though. And Nicole Kearney, oh my. Give her one more hand clap, please. A mighty black woman who speaks through her products. She has a servant's spirit, but a heart that is beautiful, bold, and black. So I appreciate you, sister. You're gonna have one more hand clap for sure. One more hand clap for sure. I said it before, Marquise G, an incredible host for the night, a serial entrepreneur, another mighty black woman. But can we give her one more hand clap, please? Yeah. She is not just unlimited in the name of her company, but in the services that she provides too. And last but not least, can we please get a hand clap to Jenica Anderson? Her vision. Her vision and her stewardship. You know, there's I'm gonna get to my talk, but I'm gonna talk too. There's everybody say 5. There are 5 functional areas of a business. I call it FOAM. There's the finances, the operations, the accounting, the marketing. Everybody say management. Management is the 5th functional area of a business. And management is a synonym for stewardship. Jenica is an amazing steward of the sea. The sea of her influence, the sea of opportunity. And I'm gonna do a little play on words for sea in a minute. What I appreciate most about what you've created is that you are an excellent steward over the purpose, over the calling, and the mission that the Lord has placed on your life. So thank you for giving little old me an opportunity to speak on tonight. Something else I want to note before I start my official talk is if we are going to talk about the future, the ocean of opportunity, if you will, in entrepreneurship, in small business excellence, and innovation, we cannot talk about the future in a way that looks like the past. In the past face of business, it's white, it is old, and it is rooted in patriarchy, white supremacy, and racism. But the future of entrepreneurship looks just like Jennifer. The future of entrepreneurship looks just like Marquise. The future of entrepreneurship looks just like Nicole. There's 2 other women whose names I want to mention, but I won't because they are shy, but they have a huge impact on my life. And it looks just like them.